Hey everybody, Sam Williams, Williams Insurance Group in Fayetteville, Georgia, here with another frequently asked question Friday. This is a fun one. Driving down the road, feeling good, got your tunes on, air conditioner blasting because it's summer, let's be honest. And all of a sudden, something that looks like a spaceship goes flying by you. And you realize it says Lamborghini. And you get on your phone at a stoplight and you look up this Lamborghini and it says it's worth $350,000. And you think to yourself, how does somebody afford something like that? How do they insure it? Well, many times when you have assets and you have money, banks tend to give you special things. And one of the special things that many people in the exotic car world get are not 6-year loans, but 8, 10, 12, 15-year car loans. And that allows them to finance the vehicle at a lower price per month because many of these cars increase in value. So banks tend to be a little bit more lenient on them because usually the person who's buying it has the assets and the cash and the backing to do it. And the other thing is that many of these cars increase in value. So it's actually somewhat of an asset sometimes when they buy these vehicles, as long as they don't overuse them, as long as they, keep them stored. And these cars, and if you ever watch Jay Leno's Garage or whatever, a lot of these cars are started regularly. Their batteries are charged on a regular basis, but they usually are on display most of the time. And so they do increase in value, especially if they're limited number, limited editions. So banks tend to look at them sometimes as an appreciating asset, and they don't mind loaning a longer term against that. The other thing is to insure these cars, you have to go through a special type of plan. Many of these cars are cars that are restricted for how often they can be driven, who can drive them, where they're stored. There's a laundry list of things the insurance companies want to know about these cars. But the main thing is that most of your major insurance companies will not cover these types of vehicles. They have to go through a specialty company that deals in exotics or classics. Some of the vehicles that are just old, older vehicles that have been restored and fixed up, especially if they're hard to find, some of those cars are $150,000, $200,000. So those cars are insured through a special insurance company, which we have, and we can help anybody who's looking for something like that. But I thought it was a little bit of interesting information. I'll tell you guys a funny story. Back when I was in my early career, I was doing insurance, and I got a call from a guy who said, "Hey man," and this was probably late '90s. "Hey man, I need to insure a Dodge Viper," and it's when the Dodge Vipers first came out. Beautiful cars. And I'm like, man, I don't even think we can insure a Dodge Viper. And in fact, we couldn't. But I asked him the story. I said, hey, how'd you end up with a Dodge Viper? Because he's telling me, man, this thing is an absolute pain. I can't believe I got the car. I don't want the car. I said, how did you get the car? Did you buy it? And he said, no, I won it from Dr. Pepper. He took a bottle cap off, looked under the cap, and congratulations, you've won a Dodge Viper. And this would probably be 1999, 2000, somewhere around there. Congratulations, you won a Dodge Viper. And he was like, man, it's been a nightmare ever since. I have to pay taxes on it. The money I have to pay on taxes on this thing. Many people don't realize when you win a car, you have to pay taxes on the car's value. He was like, the tax bill's killing me. I'm trying to sell it. Nobody will buy it because nobody has the funds to buy a Dodge Viper right now. Like I said, they first came out. And I don't know what to do with this thing. I can't insure it. Nobody will insure it. Well, times have changed, and now companies are specializing in exotic cars. So if you're ever driving down the road and you wonder, how does somebody afford that, and how do they insure it? You'd be surprised. A lot of these cars, again, loaned on 8, 10, 15, and I would imagine at times 20-year loans that stretch out the payment quite a bit for them. And they appreciate in value as long as they take care of them. But there are restrictions on how far they drive them. There are restrictions on who can drive them, and there are restrictions on where they are. So the insurance company has a very, very short leash on exotic car owners. So there's your answer for Friday. Interesting thing for you, hopefully. Hope everybody's having a great weekend when it starts, and I hope everybody had a great week. If you need anything, give us a call, 770-461-1355. Everybody have a great one. Bye.